Hey, the Thabreakmasta here, and it's gonna be my Hyouka episode 1 first impressions review. Yeah, this anime so far from the first episode seems pretty interesting. It looks somewhat slice of life slash mystery, school life, those kind of series. Um, yeah, so if this show follows a character named Oriki um Hotaro. He's the main character. He's a very laid back character. He just wants a simple life, it's just a simple plan. No, you don't want to exert too much energy. He doesn't want to do much basically. He doesn't go to club activities. He just doesn't work and gets done. He just wants to be he doesn't want to be in the it crowd. He doesn't want to be all that. He just wants to be there and just blend in basically, not be known like that. He don't really care. He doesn't really want to shine or anything like that. And so yeah, but we got his best friend, and his best friend is his name is Fukube Satoshi, and he's a more upbeat kind of person. He has a lot of data going on about the school, and he's a very kooky character. And it's interesting that these two are friends. The way the personalities meet, it's very interesting how they're friends. He's the only friend that Oriki actually has, because again he's unsociable too. He's a chill person. He don't really care or talk to anyone. He's not really that kind of person. So yeah, he ends up actually joining this club all of a sudden, only on the whim of his sister. So he needed to go join the group, and so he thought it's called the Classic Club. He thought he was gonna be the only one there, so then he can have an own club room to himself. He's like, okay, this is just gonna be freaking sweet, just sit there by himself and don't have no interaction with nobody, just relax. But as he goes into the room, he ends up running into this girl, and her name is Iru Chitanda. Chitanda. I love her last name, Chitanda. But yeah. So she's another main character we're gonna be seeing in here, and she's also part of the classic group. That's the club room basically. And they end up meeting, and then she ends up also meeting Fukube, because he just eavesdrops on them, because it's the way they interacted, the way they first saw each other was a little odd. And Chitanda's character, she seems kind of odd. I mean, I'm not really sure how to really place it on her. Her personality seems kind of weird, and if she gets interested in something that she wants to find out, she wants to see it through. She's not gonna just stop. So this is kind of how they get into this. They're gonna get into a whole bunch of mysteries and all this other stuff. So basically, Chitanda was actually locked in the classroom before Oriki actually unlocked it, because he had a key. And so they're trying to figure the whole thing out, because apparently you can't lock it from the inside. You have to have a key, otherwise you're locked in. And so they're like, oh my god, what Chitanda's like, oh, we gotta figure this out, because she's like, I love mysteries. And like there's this one scene in there where she's like trying to it's like her hair was like grabbing onto Oriki, and it was weird. And like I said, it's just the way they put that and the way she is just seems kind of off, but interesting character nonetheless. And so they're trying to figure that all out. Chitanda isn't necessarily like the most detective type. Fukabe knows he's not much of a detective, and he's like, if you want someone to figure out something, Oriki's gonna be the one that can do that. So Oriki is all thinking like, he's looking around, asking a little bit of questions, and then he ends up seeing the janitor basically, and this janitor's fixing the lights in the rooms and cleaning up a little bit, and then he ends up locking the door as he leaves. So apparently he was just like, the janitor was just in his zone. He didn't realize the girl was in there, and he just ends up locking it on her. So apparently that's what happened. And so then that whole fiasco ends, and they end up going home. And so the next day they end up Oriki ends up making up his own kind of mystery, or orchestrating his own kind of mystery. So so he can just do it simpler, because there's a mystery going on with the music class that's like a little too far away for his taste, because he's a lazy person. So he ends up not really wanting to do that, so he ends up making his own mystery. This is already just telling you, he ends up making his own mystery. It's very simple. It's like there's this little flyer going around to join a group, because that's how the school is. There's a bunch of groups, and he's like, oh yeah, you gotta find this, and they end up finding the note that he just basically wrote. And the reason why he did that, because Chitanda loves mysteries. She was gonna say something about the whole music class thing. So he was like, let's make this simple and just do it simpler. And he wanted to he wanted to redo his essay, and he wanted to be right next to the rooms where he can just easily put it away instead of going all the way to the music room, then doing that whole mystery and then coming back to do that. So he tried to make it much simpler without having to worry about anything like that. So yeah, but then his friend's like, well, you're not gonna be able to keep that up anyways. And usually you would say you wouldn't even done this. You wouldn't even take the effort to make a whole mystery out of something. You're a very lazy kind of person. You wouldn't even think of that. So it's weird. It's weird that you didn't say no to her. So I wonder. It was like I was wondering why. So they're gonna get a lot of mischievous kind of adventures, which seems kind of good. I wanted to watch like a slice of life kind of anime because I don't have any slice of life animes I'm watching so far. And this kind of slice of life mystery kind of going. Now I'm curious of how far the mysteries in the show is gonna go, and what they're gonna find out and what they're gonna do. And I'm curious how the show is. It's not a bad show, so it is pretty interesting. The animation for it is actually pretty decent. It's pretty good. I do like it. Like I said, it's the little bit of the scenes look kind of interesting. They do a lot of work on the animation design. It looks similar to like Paprika. Well, I wouldn't say it was on par with Paprika, but if you watch Paprika, this movie, there's like these scenes where it gets all kooky and crazy and it's like some stuff just randomly pops out and stuff. It's kind of like that in the animation sense, but yeah, and the story seems pretty interesting so far, so I do want to see more of this show. So yeah, I would probably give this show overall so far maybe a 3 out of 5 because I'm not exactly sure how the show is gonna go so far. I'm not gonna give it too high of a rating, but I don't want to give it a low rating because it's a pretty good show. People should check it out because it's one of the new seasonal animes that just came out. I just watched it, so yeah, what are your thoughts on the first episode? If you've seen this episode, if you haven't seen the episode, what are you waiting for? Go watch it, and then come back and leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Like if you like this review, and subscribe to my channel for some more Hyouka reviews, because I might be doing more of these. So, yeah, it's been the Thabreakmasta, and until then, break out.